Liam is reborn as the only son of Count Banfield, the ruler of planet Hydra. On his 5th birthday, he receives a huge cake and a present from each of his parents. His mother gives him an AI-made robot, one he can customize down to the smallest details. He can choose the eyes, ears, mouth, and more, either from existing samples or by requesting something completely custom. Once he sends the order sheet to the manufacturer, they'll deliver a made robot uniquely tailored to him. While customizing, he reaches the nipple samples and is shocked. What is his mother showing to a child? But she tells him that if he doesn't choose, the maid will come with no nipples. So he picks something and moves on to the next section. Reproductive organ samples. His mother comments that he probably wouldn't know what to choose since he's never seen one. But again, she warns him to make a choice or he might regret it later. Once more, he wonders, what is she buying her 5-year-old son? Then his father enters and says that, actually, it's something Liam will desperately need. He also has a birthday present for him. The entire Banfield domain, peerage, and everything it owns. As of that day, Liam is the head of the family, a count. But his father has one request. Once the transfer is complete, he and Liam's mother will retire to the Imperial capital on the home planet. With them gone, Liam will have more autonomy. In return, they ask that he send them a generous allowance so they can live peacefully. Liam agrees, and they proceed to sign a contract outlining everything. Once it's finalized, his parents leave, telling him the AI maid he ordered will take care of him from now on. Liam is thrilled. He's gained everything in the blink of an eye. Power, influence, wealth, all of it. His previous life was filled with unhappiness and exploitation. So this time, he vows to become an evil lord who exploits his subjects. Still, he knows none of this would have happened without the god who brought him here. So he silently offers his thanks. And it seems the god was listening, because he says that calling Liam's life unhappy is an understatement. People as miserable as him are a dime a dozen. Then he begins exacting revenge on Liam's ex-wife and former boss. While they are dining at a restaurant, the police arrive and arrest the man for embezzlement, false accusations, and several other charges. They have a warrant. His accomplices, the owners of subcontracting businesses, have confessed to everything. The other charges will only add to his sentence. As for the woman, the god whispers in her ear that she will never taste happiness again. The man who once loved her is gone, and there's nowhere left for her to go. Then the god says it's time to guide Liam's soul next. By the time Liam realizes it, it will be too late. It wasn't supposed to be like this, he will cry. That resentment and sorrow, all of those negative emotions, will be directed at the god, and he will feed on them. Lifespans in the next world are far longer than in this one, and the god is certain Liam will live longer, suffer more, and provide endless entertainment. With that, the god departs, followed by a creature made of light. Back with Liam, the item he ordered, crafted from all his heart's desires, has arrived. It's secured with a passkey requiring his biometric data, so it opens at his touch. The doll inside greets him and introduces herself as Amagi. His steward informs him that she requires weekly maintenance lasting about 2 hours, but aside from that, she's at his beck and call 24/7. Without delay, Liam begins touching her chest, checking that his sense of aesthetics hasn't failed him, and confirming that she was built exactly to his specifications. Then he tells her to continue the inspection in the playroom. In fact, why doesn't she inspect him too? She says she will. His steward tries to intervene but fails to stop them. Later, Liam asks Amagi if she bathes. She says yes, so he asks her to bathe with him. The steward is speechless. Liam had been so nervous before, yet now he's clearly enjoying himself. But Liam tells him not to worry. His body may be 5, but his mind is that of a 36-year-old adult. However, the steward replies that a 36-year-old is still a child. In the Empire, the age of adulthood is 50. Most people are not considered true adults until they're at least 100. It's not unusual for individuals to live to 500 or even 600 years. He also urges Liam not to spend too much time with the doll. warning that the Empire harbors a deep hatred for AI. If people see him getting too close to a robot, ugly rumors will spread. After all, mankind was nearly wiped out by AI in the past. At one point, AI took over civilization and brought mankind to the brink of extinction. But in those dark times, a group of brave people fought back, defeated the AI, and restored mankind's rightful place. Those heroes were the founders of the Empire. That's why imperial nobility have no love for AI. So Liam asks why his mother gifted him an AI robot then. The steward explains it's because his parents have abandoned him and fled. They ran away from the massive debts weighing down House Banfield. His great-grandfather was a wise ruler who led House Banfield's domain to prosperity, but he failed to raise a proper successor. Under the rule of Liam's grandfather and father, the domain has significantly declined. Their creditors now hold full rights to harvest resources from the frontier planets. Industry has collapsed and tax revenue has plummeted, leaving them with no means to repay their overwhelming debts. Things will only get worse from here. Liam realizes that his parents gave birth to him solely so he could inherit all their debt. In his past life, he had been used and discarded like a dirty rag. It seems the same fate awaits him here. But he won't allow it. He's going to claw his way out of this mess. Once he does, he will gain power and take everything he's ever wanted. To that end, he confers upon his maid the 3 laws of maid robots. A maid robot may not harm her master or, through inaction, allow her master to come to harm. A maid robot must obey the orders given by her master, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A maid robot must protect her own existence, as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. With that settled, he asks the AI maid for ideas on how to revitalize House Banfield's domain. She says she can provide administrative support, but since he knows nothing about governance, she recommends using an education capsule. In 6 months, it can install 10 years' worth of knowledge into his brain and even enhance his physical abilities. She will manage the domain on his behalf during that time. There is no law in the Empire against AI governance. Using AI as little as possible is simply the norm. Since Liam is still young and lacks the necessary knowledge to govern, temporarily assigning those duties to her would not be illegal. Before entering the capsule, Liam asks Amagi if her AI possesses emotions. She replies that she cannot yet say whether she has true emotions, but when he asked for her help, the resulting logs were so verbose they caused a cache memory overflow. That's when he knows for sure. He really did order the best possible specifications. Then he enters the capsule.